What's up, my fellow tree huggers? It's Finn with Treehouse Overland. Today we're going to tear into this dual swing out rear bumper for the first generation Sequoia by Coastal Offroad. First step, lay out all the parts. Man, look at this. Anyway, we got 3 17 millimeters. You got a hold on the bottom too. More power. See what they did is the third one up in there. So you gotta have 2 17 millimeter sockets. Second side's the same. All right, now we're gonna go under here. 1, 2, 3. 17. Just loosen these 4 19 millimeter. So we got them all cleaned up, and they want us to make some cuts. They just want you to come right off the factory rail, go straight across. Next step is to weld this nut to this plate, plate 5. Throw it on there. And thread it. Good thing they don't have to be pretty. All right, step 4. The number 6 plate bolts onto the underside end of the frame like this with 3 M12s. I'm using the originals that held on the trailer hitch, 3 on each side, with a washer between the plate and the frame on all 3 of the bolts. Place a washer on top of each hole. Try to show it to you without spilling them. 3 bolts, 3 washers, guys. 17 millimeter. Left. Right. Step 6, we're going to be using plate 7 and 5. Bolt through here. Put a washer in there. Right, 3/4. One thing I'm noticing, guys, is that they want this welded to this. So I went ahead and readjusted this, pushed it out, so that these are able to be welded to each other. Just thought I'd mention that. All right, step 8, piece 8. Placed right here. They don't get welded on, they act as spacers. Give the bumper a level surface to rest on. All right, time to bring in the big boy. I am crossing my fingers that this thing fits. The instructions warn this might happen. It's hitting in there. It's hitting on these 2 nubs. So All right, preload spacer, just there. Instead of purchasing 3-inch bolts, I decided to go ahead and reuse the ones I took off the bumper. I just had to get a couple washers and nuts. These things look strong. We're gonna go right through one of those 3-inch bolts. A 6-inch bolt goes up through here. Really, it does. I think it's the frame. Going in with a 1/2-inch bit. All right, it's more like it. I'm guessing they want me to put one of the 16 washers I bought on the bottom. Go up through, another washer, and bolt. That is looking good. Okay, on the left side, I'm having to go in from the top with the 1/2-inch drill bit. All right, so I did something stupid. These preload spacer tubes, I must have left them in the back of my bumper when I went to the hardware store. These bolts were not in at the time, and when I got home, they're gone. So it looks to be 1 7/8 inches, and I'm gonna have to cut 2 out of this little pipe here. Just be careful. Don't be a dum-dum like me. All right, we're back in business. One in already, and one ready to go. Step 12, they want you to make sure now that it's all bolted in, that it's centered side to side. And also that it's level. I got my angle finder here. I'm gonna throw it on the bumper. Right about a 6. This says make adjustments as necessary, but how? I mean, it's bolted in here, here, and here. I mean, I tried beating on the thing and it wouldn't budge, so maybe they're talking about more advanced fabricators. It's fine for me where it's at. I'm happy with it. The next step is to tack weld everything together. Everything except the number 8 plates, which honestly, how would you get to those anyway? I'm gonna start with this. Let's see if it sucks it in when I tighten it. That actually did a really good job. There's a pretty significant gap there, so I might try to hammer it up a little bit. That crack is too significant for me to bridge with weld, at least. I'm gonna make a small little skinny piece and I'm gonna try to jam in there. I'm just gonna cut it from some scrap I have. Crooked. Step 13. Plates 10 and 11. Let's get it. All right, now it's time to reinforce the tow hook. There's 2 sizes of these. I want you to do a small one first and the big one. And put a nice big bead right there. I think that's pretty cool the way they designed that. Fill that up with weld. Need to grind a little off here. You guys may or may not have to. I think I actually see the problem. Spike right here. All right, took a little bit off. Perfect. Step 15, guys, we're getting there. Time for plates 14 and 14. Okay, I'm doing the machine, guys. Stay around the corner for a second. might be doing it wrong, but this is the only thing I can see to do. All right, so I know what you guys are thinking. It's worth it to me though. Look, this bumper would not have fit if I didn't do that. All the welds are right where they're supposed to be. I don't know whether the one that they had in the shop was different. On this one, I cut a circle, you guys saw. On this side, I did one thing smarter and one thing dumber. Instead of cutting into the body for the corner, I just pounded it in with a hammer. So nothing broke, there's nothing to weld or fix. Down here is different. I cut it too close. I went up too high and I cut it where it splits. I can't do anything about it. I tried up here. I got about 3 inches and then it just started burning holes right through everything. My welder was on the lowest speed and the lowest voltage. Don't do what I did. Make a line a centimeter down or wherever you feel comfortable and then cut. Don't just freaking go in there like your Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Anyway, this side's looking good. All tacked up. There's one piece that goes there, but I'm gonna wait on that. There's a big old support bracket that I'm hoping helps close this gap a little. It is making contact. I have a feeling when I get this bumper back on, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to line up. So I'm going to be drilling these holes out bigger than they are. Have a little bit more wiggle room with the bolts. Guys, learn from my mistakes. Do not put this bumper on your truck until it's done. It is so rusty now that I'm spending half the time just trying to clean up the spots that I need to weld. Pain in the... Alright guys, don't mind the weed whacker. So I'm out here welding, actually grinding now, but I realized that I forgot to record welding these end caps on. They go on the end of each side, and they went on pretty easy. I got another one over here, obviously. Almost done grinding this one. But yeah, there was those, and then there were these little triangles, I guess for structural support. One there, and one there that I didn't record. Sorry about that. There we go. So this one I can make work. This is the long bolt. Then 1, 2, 3 are 17mm bolts that thread directly into the frame. So this one's fine, but as we move back, off, off. So I got to use this. I'm sorry, I don't even know what it's called. It's for an air gun though. So I'll put what it's called on the screen for you guys, but basically I'm taking it and I am pushing this way to widen the hole. So just to let you guys know, you might have to do that. Don't panic if your holes don't line up. Just get one of these bad boys and make it work. All right guys, that about does it for this video. Give you the view real quick. It's been outside for a little while, so it's rusty, but you can at least make out the shapes, the lines, whether you want to put one together yourself or not. I like the lines a lot, especially the way it runs from the front bumper to the rear. The front bumper is also Coastal Offroad. That was the first welding project for me. Plenty of room under there for a 35 if that's what you're running. I'll stick with my 33s for a little while longer. I hope this helped somebody. This was not an instructional video on how to weld, as you probably can tell. But just more what you'll be getting into if you get the kit. Next video is going to focus on the dual swing outs. Spin with Treehouse Overland. Signing off.